Jason Lee Podcast.
Welcome back to an all-new episode of the Jason Lee Podcast. Feels so good to be back at work. Not like I haven't been working, but I have been traveling all throughout this grand country. It is grand. And it feels good to be back in LA. You know, I live in good old Stockton, that 209. Shout out to everybody that comes to City Council. Y'all got to watch the Stockton City Council clips. When I tell you, those of you who watch me on Love and Hip Hop and miss me from reality TV, I am back in it. It's called City Government. It is the most entertaining experience ever. Every other Tuesday night when I trot down from my house in Western Ranch and go right there to City Hall, people come and say the wildest things. And this is the deal. What I love about democracy, whether I like or don't like it, there are local celebrities in our community. There is a woman named Cynthia Gale Boyd. Yes, I'm giving her a shout out. If you have never seen her, she came to council the other night and threatened all of us that if we don't stop eating during the council meetings, that she will let us have it. If you missed that, take a look.
Vice Mayor Jason Lee often brags about how smart he is. Well, I consider myself on the comprehension level to be up there at the top of it, but y'all got me twisted. Why do we start, see, and I already had these notes written. Why do we start the meetings with prayer? And then y'all get up there and can't wait to start raising as much hell as you can. Now we talking about decorum, but I'm talking about what's been happening. Can't wait to start hell. Why do we start it with the prayer? I guess that's what the earlier preacher said, to hell with it. Number two, why do we all salute the flag? Your hand over your heart and your head held high. When some of you don't even understand respect the other ones that you're sitting up there with, or to protect and serve the citizens. Ma'am, Miss Mayor? All right. Number three, why should the public present or be held hostage and forced to endure the late hours, midnight, in this dangerous downtown, in this dangerous city? What we up to, murder number 23 now? And why do we not know from time to time if it's going to be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or if we're going to be able to speak at all? Now, speaking of eating, I got a video of Calangion, a video of Padilla, and a video of the mayor eating. Yeah, and we haven't had a morsel except for that little plum I snuck off in here. But you all sit up there and sneak and eat during the meeting? It's like inviting us to the party and we can't have no cake. Cut it out!
I love you, Cynthia. And look, keep coming back because you help us stay awake for all those hours. But no, thank you to everybody that comes out and listen. If you're watching the news right now, I'm all in it. But you know, I've been in the news for other things. You know, there's been different moments over my life where you all have unfortunately and unprovokingly attacked me. Yeah, remember that time I told you that the Queen died? Y'all attacked me. I don't need to go down the list. There's been many instances, okay? We remember that trip in Mexico where I had a little bit too much tequila. No images. I've had my moments. I want to give a special shout out to my baby mom, Tiffany Haddish.
Yes.
As you all know, I posted a photo of Tiffany and I and a beautiful, beautiful baby boy. Not going to release his name at this time. You may have seen the photo. Take a look here. This is a photo of me, Tiff, and the baby. This was so, so beautiful. Okay. Hold on. Where's the right one? Here we go. Aww. Yes. So cute. Do we have another photo or is this the only one? Okay. Well, anyway, this is the photo of the baby boy. I posted that photo on Instagram one sunny day while I was strolling through the fairgrounds. And all I said was, cat's out the bag. Oh, my God. Did you guys see it all over the internet? It made news.
It was everywhere.
It was on People magazine. Every day I get a text asking about your fathering.
Yeah. And, you know, what I've learned over the years is that sometimes, especially as a public figure as big as me and even bigger with Tiffany, that privacy is important, and so we're asking the public to respect our privacy at this time. Well, if that wasn't enough, I went viral for something else. Those of you that know I ran for office know I made lots of promises. I said that I was going to turn my city up. I did, and I will, and I have, and I should, and did. You may recall that I, along the way, asked Nick Cannon if he would bring Wildin' Out Live to Stockton. It's a huge show. And although I was a cast member for 5 seasons and then went back as a participant on the televised show and won the belt and became a champion, I never did the live show until after Christmas this past year when I went to Detroit, and I participated there in Detroit. And it was phenomenal to see the community come out, to see local talent participate, to see the stars from the show that are my friends, to be able to come, Nick, and show so much love in Detroit. I thought, this would be a great idea to bring to Stockton. Stockton has a beautiful arena. We don't get a lot of events there. And there's a lot more history where the city went into bankruptcy trying to get in the entertainment business because them folks don't do entertainment. Well, I have a company called Hollywood Unlocked. I thought I would unlock Hollywood and help my city out. But here's what happened. I introduced Nick Cannon's team, the promoters, shout out to Eugene from 5120 Entertainment and Rip Michaels from the show, to the city, handed them off, let them go about their business. And then I showed up to volunteer, meaning work for free. And y'all already know, hold on, where's it at? Hold on. I'm all about my coins. I work for free. And somehow that turned into an entire scandal that was picked up by news all over the world. Now, I know it's because I'm famous, and I know it's because I'm lit, and I know it's because the Jason Lee and the baby and Tiffany and the Nick Cannon, it's news. But I also know how to protect my damn name. So let me walk you through what happened for those of you who are living under a rock. I brought Wildin' Out to the city. I have a whole recap that's been on my Instagram for months. If you missed it, take a look.
It's really important for me that this night happened tonight for you. This isn't just a show. This is a commitment that I made when I ran for the city council, and I was going to turn my city up. I brought Floyd Mayweather. I brought Tiffany Haddish, and today I got Nick Cannon and the whole cast of Wildin' Out. 1 year before now.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like. They tell me only wanna get your hangnails. And it's probably, 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 and it's probably.
So everybody saw that I was in the show. I even posted a flyer across all my social media pages way back in May. You missed that? Got that receipt too. Take a look. Let me just speed this up and break down what happened. In introducing the promoter to the city and allowing them to do business, the promoter was going to lose money and was going to cancel the show. The city partnered with them to protect the show from leaving and also to establish a relationship to help us mitigate over $3.5 million that we're losing every year. So the taxpayers are paying $3.7 million a year to keep these buildings open when they're not getting business. Stockton is a very tough market. So these promoters agreed to do business within the city. Well, they not only brought the show and lost $170,000 doing it, the city made money, the venue made money, the community had after parties that made money. There was no violent shows, no violent instances, and still there was an issue. Let me walk you through the information because I am the king of receipts. First slide, please. Hold up. I'm in a $50,000 scandal? How so? Exhibit A. This is $50,000. Now, this is $50,000 of my dollars. I tried to get $100,000, but the bank didn't have no money. I got my own money. I don't need nobody money, and they don't need nobody money. This is $50,000. And I know to a lot of people this looks like a lot, and it is a lot. But this is the subject, not this, because this is mine. But the $50,000 amount of dollars is what's in the discussion here. So that's the first slide, the $50,000 scandal. Next slide, please. Y'all do know I didn't get $1 for it, right? So what they thought they had was a plot to take $50,000 from city money and give to Nick Cannon. Nah, that didn't happen. Next slide, please. This was a press release that the city put out, And if you look at how it's crafted, it says the Stockton City Manager Office opens investigation into the use of $50,000 in city risk mitigation funds for an event. And when you go down, look at how it's carefully written, because they're not saying I did anything wrong. What they're saying is the staff person did something wrong and didn't follow a policy that don't exist. Go back to the press release. And it says, additionally, reports of a sitting council member actively engaged between city staff and event promoters raised serious concerns. So that was the thing that made everybody try to say Jason's involved. They haven't said I did anything. That was a way of getting the press talking. What they didn't tell you was that department that put that out is under investigation by me. What they didn't say was that it's department that put that out is under investigation because it was created under the nose of the council and wasn't approved by the council. What it's also saying is that I had just announced that I was going to be sending that to a private investigator. So this was the distraction. Well, it gets better. Next slide, please. I was under investigation for bringing wilding out to the city. How does one get under investigation for bringing wilding out to the city? Well, I thought maybe I had missed something until this past city council meeting where somebody out of the blue came to the city hall and actually walked up to the podium and said that he thinks he knows why this is happening. You may not be surprised. Take a look.
Good afternoon, Jason Lee, Mayor Fugazi. My name's Antonio Martin, and I'm a former Stockton resident. I grew up on the north side of Stockton, near El Dorado and Swain, and my grandmother was actively involved in providing audio, film, and tech services for city events. I've watched Stockton change over the years. When I was 19 years old, I had a job at a corporate jeweler that allowed me to live comfortably in Spanos. What was really disheartening was seeing the contrast between that neighborhood and its accessible stores and events, and the neighborhoods where my childhood friends lived. They didn't have the same opportunities, quality parks, or access to essential services. It seems like past city officials focused primarily on certain communities, and as a result, many areas, especially the north, south, and east side of Stockton, were left behind. It appears that decisions were made to benefit a select few, while communities of color were overlooked. I'm here today not to bash anyone, but to ask a serious question. Why is it such a battle when someone tries to bring something positive to the Black community? Why is it that when events are organized to our community, they are met with such resistance and drama? The same uproar and scrutiny did not seem to happen when other events or initiatives misuse public funds. From my perspective, as someone who grew up here and has watched from the outside, it feels like events and initiatives meant for the Black community are unfairly targeted simply because of who they serve. It's time to stop the division and start prioritizing all of Stockton's communities, not just one part of Stockton, not just two, but the whole city of Stockton. Thank you.
So this person claimed that the city has historically frowned upon having events with people of color, and that the idea that there may be some other motivations for why the city was making this a thing. Now, I have my own thoughts. I think it's political retaliation. I think it's a distraction. I also think it's a way of throwing this bomb out there to cloud the fact that some people did something wrong potentially and are now under investigation for breaking the law. Well, it gets better because, I keep a receipt. Next slide, please. This is the email from the promoter that said, "Thank you, Jason, for your email and the kind words in regards to my father's illness. It was heartfelt. My sincere apologies for not being able to address this unfortunate issue. And I want to, again, thank you for being instrumental in bringing Wildin' Out live to Stockton, California, a city that you have clearly demonstrated you're passionate about. 5120 Entertainment promoted live events in many cities across the nation and have coordinated these efforts with elected officials and government agencies. But as an apolitical business, we have not and would not compensate any official or agency connected." Hold on, what did it say? But as an apolitical business, we have not and would not compensate any official or agency connected. I just like pushing the button. To said event, because it would be a serious violation of ethical guidelines. Stockton was commendable, and what you did in kind for the event was admirable, pouring your heart and soul into the promotion to make sure that it was a tremendous success. Your Hollywood Unlocked platform did not receive any compensation from 5120 Entertainment, nor did you solicit any compensation from us. Again, I sincerely thank you for your support and hope this correspondence elucidate, I don't know, the imbroglio. Okay. Those are words that I don't know because I got a GED. But what I know with that GED is that this is some bullshit. And this is what happens when people run for office who literally don't want nothing but to help the people. This is the type of shit that happens and shows up. Well, guess what? Not only did I not take any money, not only did I promote it for free, not only did I volunteer my time for free, we filled that arena that hasn't been filled for years. I even got a text from the mayor, a receipt they didn't know I had, right after the event, who said how successful it was. Don't believe me? Take a look. Right here in this text message, you can see the mayor is saying that this is great, and she did not receive one complaint and did not hear one bad word about it. She even said, touche, touche. That's what you say when you're on the French Riviera. Excuse me? I've been to the French Riviera.
Love it.
That's what you say when you're on the phone with your in the French Riviera talking to your friends like this. Hello, Tyler? Yes. Touche, touche. That's how bougie people talk. And yet and still, for 2.5 months, we didn't have no drama until you was in trouble. Well, let's just go on to the next slide, please. Receipt King. That's who the fuck I am. I'm the vice mayor. I'm the CEO. I'm the host with the most. I'm all these things, but I am the Receipt King. And everybody that's ever followed my career, those of you watching this show, do your thing, TikTok, send all of this to everybody. You know what I am, you know what I'm about, and you know what I do. But since I've been in office, they said I stole the election. I ain't had a backpack big enough to throw an election in, so I don't know how you steal it. They said I extort people for votes. Where and who do that? They said now I somehow collude with staff to give $50,000 to a billionaire company, billionaire brand, to come to a city they would have never been at. For what? When I could have partnered with them and gave them 50 grand or 100 grand and made money because I still work a day job. Oops, sorry. But my point is why? What is all this for? Let's back up. Go to the next slide, please. Now stop playing with me and let's get back to work. Yes, this was a petty post, and thank you to my staff and team who helped me come up with the pettiness. Because I'm a visual learner, I'm a visual artist, and I like to show people. But let me tell you the other gag, what they didn't count on was that I would put it all together for them. We had another event months before called the Lantern Festival. Let me show you a picture of the Lantern Festival. Let me show you a picture of Wildin' Out. Well, the Lantern Festival got $125,000 from the same fund. Wildin' Out got $50,000 from the same fund. Both were handled the same way. What's the difference? Ooh. Oh, I'm trying to clap. Did I do a good job of laying that out? When you guys looked at all of this charade and all this stuff online, what did you make of it?
I cannot believe that this became such a big debacle, a big scandal, and I just do feel like people are trying to hide other things and take the spotlight away. Like, this really is crazier than any episode of Love and Hip Hop because they're trying to frame you.
This is the politics as usual that people are tired of. When you guys you're actually sitting in there trying to make real change for the city, you bring a big event to the city that brings national attention to the city, that brings eyes to the city, that brings celebrities
and economic
to the city.
Development, because people from neighboring cities, like the guy got up there and talked about how much money that it brought into the city too.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to talk about how it was a safe event. Also, people kept it real cute in there. Like,
but they decided to use this for political gain in a negative way, which is crazy to me. It's crazy when you're in there doing the good work.
It is, and this is why I've come to the rescue of a lot of people since I've been in office. I've used my platform to help clean up other people's mess. I'm not doing that no more. Everybody got to stand on their own at this point because nobody came to my rescue. Nobody got out there to say, "Hey, our vice mayor would have never did this." One of our staff people who's over this department, she's been put on leave And all it did was it infuriated the rest of our staff because we have really good people working at the city, you know? And I think the sad part for all of this is what people aren't thinking is that a political thing like this that was designed to hurt me actually hurts the community, because the week before this happened, I brought FIFA to the city about developing our community, bringing a soccer team. I'm not bringing none of my friends to this city until I know that the city is ready to do business. The other thing that bothered me as the vice mayor, how is it the city put out a reckless press release like that? So now I've notified the city that they may be getting a lawsuit because anything that's going to create reputational harm for me, you will be met with a lawsuit. Just filed a $10 million lawsuit last week. More to come on that soon. But I just pray and hope, and I do believe that the mayor and the council and all of us now are on the right track because the people responsible for this are now gone, that we're able to go through all the investigations that we have, because there's so many investigations. I joked on Facebook saying that I've never been in more investigations in my life than I have in the last 6 months. I've never had this much drama, but I'm built for it, and we're going to get through it. And like I said, I've been through worse in the past. I just hope that people learn from this experience, because there are millions of people watching me and watching Stockton, and the story that I want to tell is a positive one. But I went to Atlanta, people brought it up. I went to New York, people brought it up. I went home to Stockton, people brought it up. Thankfully, people know me and they know what we do. And they know I'm going to spill my own tea, and I don't need to go to Stockton and steal no money or do nothing wrong to come up. But this come up is not about me. It's about the city. So everybody watching, if you're in Stockton, take all this clip, send it all to your family members, your friends, let everybody know, and make sure that everybody's watching all these local politicians, because what I'm learning is you're in a news desert and everybody doesn't always get all the information, but I will continue to keep you informed. And that's the other reason why I'm launching Stockton Unlocked podcast, so we can start talking about local issues, because a lot of my fans that are excited about what I'm doing for my hometown, a lot of my friends that are celebrities or influencers or investors or business entrepreneurs, they all want to support Stockton, but they're all looking like, what is going on? So Stockton,
don't be fucking rude.
Let's clean it up. I also want to give a special shout out to Pastor Jamal Bryant. I went to Atlanta. Let me give him a round of applause. I went to Atlanta and he had me as one of his guests at the podcast summit there. And baby, we had a time. He asked about the baby with Tiffany. And so I FaceTimed Tiffany and she said, let's talk about your kids. He didn't want to, so we ended that. But he was such a great host. I had such a great time. And shout out to everybody there in the audience who was there to learn more about how to make this thing into money. And thank you to all of our fans and supporters. Anyway, that was a lot. This has been a lot.
A lot. And we're not even into the topics.
Has this been a lot?
Too much. Too much.
Has anybody called either one of you to say what scandal is Jason in?
Every day.
Only about the baby. Everybody just keeps hitting me up. Did he really have a baby? Do they have a baby?
No, I keep
A
getting
lot
a
of
wild
calls,
and out
texts.
thing.
You been got, really?
For sure. I keep getting all the wild and out stuff, the 50,000 thing. And I feel like people think that you're just like rolling in the dough and like profiting off this. The wild and out thing was stressful for you. All of this is stress. It's added stress. It's taking money out of your pocket and taking stress.
Well, let me say this. Wild and Out Live, this whole thing has not been stressful for me. I think the stress part is that it's a distraction from the work. Like, I have a lot of work of building my city. By the way, oh my God, I forgot. We did get the police substations approved for my community. A political commitment that I made to everybody that we would do, and we did it in the first 6 months.
A win is a win.
We did the Light Up Stockton initiative. We turned on all the lights. We turned up the light on the underpass that has been gone for years, where it's been a safety issue. We cleaned up the district and the city. We opened McKinley Park Pool, which was closed for like 12 years or 10 something years. Like, we're doing the work. And I want to give a special shout out to the mayor, Christina Fugazi, all the city council members who voted to support this. You know, this is not a political win for me per se. It is, but it's not for that. It's us literally doing what we said we were going to do. And I'm there. Look, I'm there for 8 years. I'm there while I'm there, and I have no interest at this point to be anything more than just little old District 6. I don't care about being vice mayor, none of that. I just want to be District 6 to build my community. That is my gift to my community, a community that made me, that I struggled in and came from. And again, if you want to read my Stockton story, get my book, God Must Have Forgotten About Me, on Amazon. It's there right now. All right, now let's get to the things that you showed up for. Although you were digesting every morsel of that tea because it's mine. It's the tea with Jason Lee. Oh, Sha'Carri's unavailable? No problem. I'll cover it right here. Sha'Carri Richardson, first of all, I love you so much because you are a comedian, and I never really understood why you and Cardi B built a relationship, but now I know y'all both crazy. Y'all are literally both the same person. Google what Sha'Carri Richardson's birthday is. I need to see what sign she is. I believe in the zodiac, okay? Well, after getting arrested for domestic violence against her boyfriend at an airport, Olympic track star Sha'Carri Richardson has taken full accountability, and she even apologized. Last month, Sha'Carri and her boyfriend, track star Christian Coleman, they were caught arguing on a surveillance camera at the Seattle-Tacoma airport. TSA agents told their supervisor they saw Sha'Carri pushing and shoving Christian and later throwing something at his head. If you missed that, of course, we got the receipt. Take a look. This is them in the airport. This is her. She's definitely doing what a woman does, getting in the way. Sorry. No, back up. No, wait, where you think you're going? No, you can't run. No pun intended. Get over here. Yep, she swung. Yep, a fight. Yep, I ain't going away. You hear me talk? Don't you turn your back on me. Get your ass over here. Hey. Okay, that she's on it. All right, this is almost like how people spar when they're at it. Ooh, that push. Okay, anyway, what is she?
She is my zodiac twin, an Aries.
Okay.
Fire sign.
You're way too excited. Nobody's ever been that excited about an Aries.
I know you're lying.
It was giving Capricorn for me. Well, anyway, before I show you the clip where she got arrested, let me show you the actual video that made me, unfortunately, with the incident and all, fall in love with her and understand her Cardi connection. Take a look.
So we're in a relationship. I will no longer mess with him or what he had going on. He has some stuff in his bag. I just need to get out of my bag. Okay. My iPad, some clothes. I can stick it out, put it in my suitcase, brought his bag back. That's pretty much it. But we have a relationship, this, kind of thing going on right now. But yeah, exactly. But I brought his bag back. I took all of my belongings out. I would leave him alone. You don't have to worry about me. I have a flight coming up for myself. Like I said, I'm on the phone right now. I have all of my belongings, but you don't have to worry about me.
Body cam footage also surfaced of Sha'Carri's arrest, during which time she told police that she didn't assault her boyfriend, despite what we just saw on the camera. Take a look.
I'm so sorry, you're grabbing me right now.
Yep, you're under arrest.
I'm under arrest right now? What am I under arrest for? What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay. You're under arrest for assault 14. I didn't assault him though. We have video cameras. I literally we were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't have to do it harder. Christian, are you serious right now? Christian. Washington State, he doesn't get a say. But I understand. We were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay, I'm not gonna resist. But I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that you guys are doing this to me and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But you have me on camera, but at the same time, what he has on camera, when I have my phone, shows something different. So if I need to show that, I will. We have you on camera all around here. Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian. Don't talk to him right now. Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer. They are arresting me right now, Christian. Sissy, they're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now? You're actually gonna go to jail. Wait, but right now, I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him? We have it on Christian, are you serious right now? All right. Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. You know what? Okay. Okay. I will never fucking shoot again. Ever. You gotta go this way. Okay. Can we please hold these, protect show these or something? This is completely unacceptable. We are in a relationship. We had an argument. Are you serious right now?
Now here's the deal, right? She said he's the man in the situation. Let me first start by saying that men are victims of domestic violence too. And my grandfather for years used to get beat. My grandmother hit him with a frying pan. Used to beat him. He was in a domestic violence situation, right? And she was the breadwinner. Although he had a job, she made more money. And he was weak. He was a weak man when it came to this relationship. Not that he needed to be stronger, but he should have stood up for himself. Anyway, so men are victims. I didn't see no assault. I see a little push and shoving. There's nothing wrong with a little push and shoving. It didn't result in violent. This is my point. It did not result in a violent situation. He did not have He did not have scratches. She didn't scratch his face out. She didn't punch him. She pushed him. She was in his area, and he kept calm, which I will say, shout out to Christian for keeping calm in the situation and not body slamming her or doing anything aggressive, because you would have went to jail too. However, I didn't see assault. Did you?
Yes. If that video would have been reversed and he shoved her into the pillar, smacked her across the face, pushed her into the area where the chairs were, everybody in the airport would have tackled him and stopped him. But because it's a woman doing it to a guy, it's like, oh, he's fine. He can
I didn't see
because people were looking and they just kept walking.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see her hit him in the face.
She did.
She did.
Did she?
Yes.
Yeah, you said.
Did she? She swung.
Yeah, you said.
Wait, play that back. Let me see, because I may have blinked. Okay, there's the pulling. Okay.
It's coming now.
Okay, tell me when you see it. I'm trying not to blink.
It's coming right now.
Still not blinking.
There it goes.
Right
that was not a swing. That come on.
Okay, her elbow was raised. Yes.
No. Where's the swing? I need
She hit him in the face.
That was it.
But
okay. Okay. Sha'Carri, you pushed. That was kind of hard. You did assault him, but I think. Let me back up because I didn't. I blinked. I blinked, and I missed a part of that. I can blink. I'm entitled to blink. Now that I didn't blink, Sha'Carri, you fucked up. But. Arrested, jails are full. Didn't need it. She could have got cited and allowed to go her way. I think they overreacted. No?
Yeah, I think it was overreaction because he was not in a situation where he was like.
For them to like put her headphones in like an evidence bag, that was just too much. I feel like if she wasn't who she is, it would not be.
But do you think they knew who she was? Because I mean, she's not the most recognizable person. Nobody in the airport like.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they knew who she was, but I mean, they were just like, this woman is assaulting this guy on camera. So I'm sure it's an airport. You can't do that in the airport.
Allegedly.
Yeah. You just can't do that in the airport. And I think because she is who she is, she's a brand now. She's a global brand. She can't.
And her boyfriend is a global brand too. He's an athlete as well.
Allegedly.
But
But anyway, despite denying the assault and claiming the fight began after Christian took her headphones, which is theft. It isn't? Wait. See, this is why black households are broken. Because we're making this whole claim about how he was assaulted and she needed to go to prison, yet he stole her headphones.
Allegedly.
Why
are you laughing?
Stole is crazy.
They were about to get on a flight together.
Excuse me. He took her headphones.
But they probably live together, so what? That's
stop
not
making
stealing.
excuses for it. That's the same thing they're doing in Stockton with the Lantern Festival. Oh, it's just the Lantern Festival. No. One rule has to apply to everybody the same. Okay? That is why right now, nationally, Donald Trump is able to do shit Barack Obama would have never been able to do. I'm done with the double standard. This is racism. Well, not this, but I'm just saying. Think about it. He's
allegedly
did something with them headphones he wasn't supposed to do. They're her headphones. Sha'Carri, I'm with you now, okay? Christian, you shouldn't have took her shit. Police booked her on 4th degree assault, domestic violence offense, and she spent 18 hours in jail.
That's aggressive.
Bitch, you tried it.
Now, meanwhile, Christian told airport police that he was not a victim in the incident and wanted to move on. Okay, well, all right, Christian, I take back the theft claim.
You just
maybe you were just holding him for her until she went to jail. Days later, he broke his silence and defended. This is why y'all need to stop getting in black people business. Play the shit.
I mean, like I said, it was just a sucky situation, but she's a human being and a great person. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like we've been able to be like really good teammates like all year. And I hate that narrative too because, you know, us coming together, like we're just two like real dominant personalities. And she's, to me, the best female athlete in the world.
Y'all must have been high. Y'all know Sha'Carri had that history of smoking all that weed, and they must have went in that bathroom and just smoked a bowl, and then.
But doesn't weed calm you down?
Language, huh?
I thought weed calms you down. It's not gonna make you act like that.
Depends. Was it that good sativa or was it that indica?
I don't know.
Whatever sticky situation they were in got him here. Okay. By the way, he's fine as hell.
He's a good looking dude. He's very good looking.
But he's a thief.
No.
He was holding her headphones.
They're in a relationship. They're getting on a plane together. He was holding her headphones.
Days later, Sha'Carri broke her silence online and took full accountability. Listen.
Hey y'all, it's Sha'Carri.
Hold on, stop. First of all, not a full glam, not full beat, not hair bone straight down. You went somewhere, got done for this video as if you were on the red carpet at the 2026 Olympics, 25, whatever year y'all did it. You weren't looking like that when you was locking him up and when he was locking you up and stealing your stuff. And now here you are with a cam light, with a ring light, full beat, and bone straight hair, so you can make us roll this camera ready bullshit.
Hey y'all, it's Sha'Carri, and more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more, not even just for myself, for my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to run away, but not refuse to run, but I refuse to run away, but face everything that comes to me head on, because everything on the other side is greater, but you got to go through in order to get there. So I'm Sha'Carri, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and one love, much love.
But after watching the original video of her, it's like,
I don't know her.
I love it. I love it. I love it. First of all, she took responsibility. I love that she put a little joke in there to make us laugh off the incident and the theft and all the different things that were involved with what happened. I'm glad that she took responsibility, because she is a Olympian. She is one of the best athletes we have right now, and she's gone through a lot of things that I thought were all bullshit with the weed and all that, because weed is legal, it's not a drug. And remember, she went through all that drama and still was able to move on and be very successful as an athlete, and we need to protect our own. So all jokes aside, I'm glad that this worked out. You?
Yeah, and absolutely, I think that maybe she got to see that video and was like, why am I putting my hands on a person I care about like this? Like, sometimes we just have to see it to reflect on it, and I'm glad she's taking accountability for it and she's not hiding from it, because this is a teachable moment for her. She's a global brand. She cannot be out in public beating on her man. Like, it's not a good look for her, and it's not a good look for him either, because he's an athlete as well. So I think that it was great that she took accountability for it. I love it.
I think also she's only 25. Like, she's still very young, and people expect athletes and celebrities to be, holier than thou, but she's human. And I do think, though, because she was all smiley and glammed up, I think if it was a man doing it, we would not be like so quick to forgive. I do think there is a double standard, but she did what she needed to do.
I agree. And the other thing is, I will say that I'm just glad that she was able to get out there in front of this and take responsibility. She also shared a public apology to her boyfriend. Take a look. I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding of unconditional love from what I've experienced in my past. Due to my past trauma and pain, I was blind and blocked off to not only receive it, but give it. I love him. And to him, I can't apologize enough. My apologies should be just as loud as my actions, honestly louder. To Christian, I love you, and I'm so sorry. That was great.
I love it.
So listen, I wish you all the best. Good luck, Godspeed, and boyfriend, get your own headphones. All right, next. Speaking of boyfriends, Halle Berry's ex-husband, David Justice, is back in the news. And this is one of those things where, like, you already got through chlamydia. Why is it back again? Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those things where you got cured of the thing that was causing you pain. Why did you catch it again? Well, she didn't catch it again, but maybe it's trying to creep back in her life. It is, because it's right here on the show. Halle Berry's first ex-husband. That was shady. Her first ex-husband.
She said a couple, but that's okay.
David Justice is going viral after admitting that he divorced her because she didn't cook, clean, or seem motherly. In 1992, the Monsters Ball actress first met the Major League Baseball player, and after 5 months of dating, Halle proposed, and David accepted. They then tied the knot on New Year's Day in 1993, spent 3 years together, then divorced in 1996. Let me show you a photo of Halle and David during that time. Take a look. This is them. This was the couple. This was before she got her nose done. This is,
you know what?
That is not the Halle Berry nose that we know today. But either way, she is gorgeous, beautiful, and all that. But they were a really smoking couple. Anyway, during his recent All the Smoke interview, David told former NBA player Matt Barnes that he left Halle because of their ideological differences. He wanted a traditional and nurturing wife, but she was too busy traveling and focused on pursuing this little movie career that won her an Oscar, by the way. Take a look.
I met Halle in May of 1992. So you talking about, then we got married January 1st, 1993. Damn. It really wasn't a lot of negative attention until I decided to leave her in 1996. She asked me to marry her after knowing me for 5 months. And I mean, I said, okay, but because I couldn't say no.
I mean, yeah, who's going to say no at that time?
You know, but I don't know if my heart was really into it.
Right.
But I didn't want to make her feel bad and say no, you know, or like I was just in the moment. It caught me off guard. But I was like, cool, we getting along, we vibing. We're only 5 months in. You know, we still in the honeymoon state. We never had any major issues like that. It's just that because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her, my knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom around relationships just wasn't vast. So I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy. So in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean,
traditional,
you know, and then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, you know, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we started having issues. The honeymoon stage was over, right? And now it's just David and Halle. And when it's just David and Halle, I just realized this is not the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So February 1996, I told her, yeah, I can't do this no more. We don't have any kids. You said you wouldn't want any money from me because really she didn't have any money. I was the one who bought the house in LA. I was the one who had my house in Atlanta. I'm really footing everything. We should just make a clean break. And she was like, no, no.
I just hate when an ex pops up out of nowhere with some shit that we don't even need to be hearing right now. No shade, David, but I mean, it's giving real light skin right now. I can say that because I'm light skinned. What you think?
My thing is, imagine being Halle Berry, the first Black woman to earn $20 million for a movie, the first Black woman to win an Oscar, the number one, like, sought after, like, hot woman, smart, beautiful, even with her old nose.
They're going to eat you up, but go ahead.
No, they're not. She looked beautiful. And I just think this is crazy. Also, this is 30 years too late. Like, what? And then my thing is, I just want to end on this. He's talking about she wasn't traditional. She wasn't cooking. She wasn't cleaning. She wasn't doing nothing. He had an issue with her not being traditional. It wasn't traditional in the first place because I had to look them up. I didn't even know who this man was. And she proposed to him.
First of all, David Justice was one of the biggest baseball players at the time.
I'm not.
At the time. Every athlete retires. He's talking to retired athletes on the show.
Yeah, but again, the audacity to come on this show and say that you believed Halle Berry should have been in the kitchen cooking with an apron on, barefoot and pregnant.
Or any woman.
To me, that is just
or any woman.
Asinine.
Yes.
Like, it's a crazy. The fact that you're even publicly saying this to me is ridiculous. Like, you sound crazy. You sound crazy. Like, your claim to fame right now is you were Halle Berry's ex-husband.
David said after wanting to divorce Halle, that's when he faced scrutiny. He said that he began facing cheating and abuse claims, which he claims his ex never cleared up. David claims Halle had an ex-boyfriend who left her partially deaf in one ear due to domestic violence. Now, everyone assumed it was David, while Halle remained silent. He talked about it. Listen.
And then all of a sudden I find out I got all these women. I find out I'm doing all this other stuff. And so what she was doing is, see, I'm just an athlete. I don't have managers. I don't have this system behind me. You see, she got managers. She got all this kind of stuff.
She got the machine.
She got the machine. So you got the machine now coming against me. And I remember my mom saying to me, she was like, listen, baby, all the media want to do is see you two, you young black kids fighting with each other. She said, you just take the high road and let her say whatever she wants to say, but I don't want you out here talking bad about that girl. My mama said this to me. I'm an only child, raised with just my mom. What my mom said was gospel.
Right.
So I said, okay, mom, I won't assault her like that in public. I might talk a lot of junk to the boys, but I ain't gonna say nothing in public. And I did, man. I did. I just watched her say all this stuff about me, and I was like, and so crazy is the one thing that probably I would say hurt the most is Halle had a relationship with a gentleman who hit her on the side of the head, and so she lost some hearing, but she never made him public. And I'm not gonna make him public because I ain't gonna do him like that. I know who it is. But for people to think, oh, it had to be David Justice because the only person they associated her with was me. Now, she said it was a former boyfriend. I'm not a former boyfriend. I was her husband. Right. That's different. Big difference. But literally, from 96 until even today, sometimes I'll see someone on social media. Well, he hit her in the head. And I'm like, oh, that's just a quick Google search. Yeah. Do a quick Google search. That girl ain't never said I hit her in the head. But one thing I didn't like is, but she let you think that. Right. She let the world think it. She didn't come out and say, oh, no, it wasn't David, but I'm not going to say who it was, but it wasn't him. No, she let the world think that it was me. And that I never appreciated with her. I thought she was dead wrong for that. I thought she should have handled that better. And I always said like this, man, if I was so bad, you would think she would keep my name out of her mouth. She would be so happy I left, right? If I was so bad as a husband, she'd be like, whoa, I'm so glad he left me. But she kept my name in her mouth because she wanted to be with me. She wanted us to work out. When I look back on that situation, I'm like, you know, that girl really did love me, you know, and I can see why she would be so mad at me. Because imagine if you really love somebody and they tell you they want to break up. And there ain't nothing you can say to get them back. That's had to be tough on her. I just wasn't emotionally mature at that age to really truly understand the magnitude of how she was really feeling. And I would have did things different back then too. I wouldn't have just, literally when I left her, I didn't even talk to her no more. Like, that is so, I didn't even ease out. Hey, I don't want to be together no more. Gone. You see, I mean, I could have massaged that better, Matt. I could have. So
it was all a lie. At least that's what he's saying, right? That do you believe him? I mean, because I'll say, even in this show, I've always believed David Justice was the one that beat her to the point where she was deaf.
It said she'd never said who it was, but people were saying it was also allegedly Wesley Snipes.
That's who.
Allegedly.
The rumor was that it was Wesley
But
Snipes.
she never gave a name.
Yeah.
Wait, not she played a crackhead in was it Do the Right Thing?
Jungle Fever? Was it Jungle Fever?
Halle Berry played a crackhead in Jungle Fever, and Wesley Snipes played a crack dealer in New Jack City. So she was dating. Anyway.
Jungle Fever.
So the allegations is that
allegedly
Wesley Snipes beat her up and she couldn't hear?
Yeah,
He punctured her eardrum. Allegedly punctured her eardrum.
But David took the hit for it? Well, he's a baseball player that took a hit for it. I'm not even trying to play on words, right?
Well, I don't think he took the hit for that. I just believe that there were more rumors that
we
he
all
was also
believed.
abusive
I'm telling
to
you,
her.
I grew up in this era. You're old, you know.
Yeah.
We grew up in the era where we believed that. I mean, the word was he beat her.
Well, that was the word on the street, but it was the deaf in the ear thing on the street was that the other person had done it. There was a rumor that he was also abusive.
And remember, she had a baby by the one actor who got in a fight with the other boyfriend, but came to the house and there was a whole. He brutally beat him up. You don't remember that? Google Halle Berry's baby daddy beat up. So, and Halle, shout out to my Leo sister. This is what this is. It's this Leo energy. I'm telling you, the sexual toxicity. It sucks you into this microcosm of emotions that ends up in some crazy shit. All right, well, listen, David, regardless of whether or not you beat her, didn't beat her, whether you liked her, didn't like her, whether you wanted her to be walking around barefoot and pregnant with your babies and cleaning the house while she was pursuing her career, that gave her an Oscar, by the way.
Right.
Regardless of how you feel, why are you here? Like, why? Why are we talking about this? Why are you? Halle don't even know why you're here. She just posted this on her Instagram. Take a look. Post this. Pew. She said, Pew, cooking, cleaning, and mothering with her man. With them new teeth that had Oscar. Oh, give me your flowers. Halle, get the hell off. Enough. Go away, David. Damn, y'all were a good-looking couple. Whatever. All right, look. Put this up. I'm gonna do this real fast. let me just say this. Dame Dash, my staff do this. I have nothing to do with this show. I come to work and I look on these papers and go, okay, we're talking about this. I want to make this really fast. Okay? Mm-hmm. Do you know what we're talking about? Mm-hmm. Dame Dash, if you don't know, he was one of the creators of Rock Nation. Basically, he fell out with Hov, and he don't get no money from them, and they done pushed him out. It's a whole thing. I'll just say allegedly, because Jay's out here suing people now. Hey, Jay-Z, I'm sorry about that thing we had going on. Rob made me do it. Anyway, moving right along. Dame Dash is riling up the internet again after introducing his new artist and protege, Nicki Licky. I'm trying to save a city, and now I got to talk about Nicki Licky. Mm-hmm. For real. Now, I'm literally trying to help homelessness, public safety, get young people off the streets, and I got to talk about it, Nicki Licky. Mm-hmm. Well, he claims that she's a white lesbian version of his ex-girl. Damn, Dame. Why are we still talking about Aaliyah? We love this girl. I'm so tired of people bringing up the dead. And this is a girl who, if you remember the Aaliyah era, she was non-problematic. Everybody loved Aaliyah. Nobody could say a bad thing. I met the girl twice. Those of you who've been following me since day one, you know the stories. Super sweet, super pretty, super just innocent. Why? Let the girl rest. He's saying Nicki Licky is a white lesbian version of his ex-girlfriend, Aaliyah. Why we had to use Aaliyah's name? Because that is going to get us talked about here, which gives you free marketing, which is crazy. Well, during a recent interview with The Art of Dialogue, Dame talked about his new music ventures and his new album, 365, performed by his new alternative rap rock band, The Black Guns, which is led by rapper Freeway. While speaking about his work, he mentioned his band members, guitarist Tosh Neal and drummer Ollie Warren. He then called his protege, Nicki Licky, into the frame and introduced her as a white lesbian, Aaliyah. Listen.
Do you realize that's me, like, on the hooks and, like, singing and I played instruments. Oh, that's you? Yeah, I played instruments on there. Like, not really on that one, this other project I got, but I definitely on Recession Proof, I played that. What's the name of that bell? Come here, Nicolette. And Nicolette's on it, too. She has her own solo albums as well, but she's a big part of the Black Guns. It's funny because to me, she's like if Aaliyah was white. If Aaliyah was white, she'd be a lesbian. That's her.
Who wants to react to that first? Because I don't.
Like you said, just please let Aaliyah rest. Like, she was an unmatched talent who we lost way too soon. Why are we comparing her to this girl who nobody knows named Nicki Licky? Why? Why are we? Why?
And I feel like to make that comparison, he just ruined her career before it could even start. And then he was like opening her shirt and the thing like, look, she's like Aaliyah, just because she had a crop top, I guess. So I looked up her music, being like, oh, let me see if it's giving anything.
Hold on.
Correct. The music was given that, but she's like a rapper. It was given very much like Eminem vibes. So
listen.
What is going on?
The minute I heard like Aaliyah, if she was a lesbian, wrong. I've heard Aaliyah compared to Beyonce. I've even thought that was unfair because Beyonce stands on a stage of her own. Aaliyah would have stood on a stage of her own.
For sure.
They would have loved each other and probably been besties because she gave you that Solange vibe where she was super cool but a little tomboyish but still sexy, like Solange. I also am tired of women being pitted against or compared to each other. I know y'all blame me for years doing that because you know the history. I didn't want to go there. But Dame, why? Nicki ended up taking to her own socials and denouncing the title because she didn't want none of that smoke, claiming that she knows no one can replace the 1 in a million singer. Now, elsewhere, Dame also went viral after he claimed that he and his family own a river, that somehow he was able to buy a river. Listen, this is in the notes, so just go ahead.
Always celebrate every victory in life. Today, we're celebrating going rafting on our own river. Our own river, right across from our ranch. Say, celebrate, we on the river! Woo! Family! Woo!
Okay, so when you saw that video, what was your immediate observation of what he was saying?
You mean him not opening his mouth?
Huh? His what?
Oh, that was my immediate observation. Yeah, that was my immediate observation.
I mean, if that's what you say, explain to me, what was your first observation? I was just asking what your first observation was.
My first observation was I was like, why is he talking like that? I didn't understand why he wasn't opening his mouth. But then I thought back now, too, to why he had the bandana over his face. So he just has an issue with his teeth, I guess. But I didn't have it. I mean, I'm not saying anything shady. I feel like he does. I think he has some self-conscious thing about his teeth. But and I was in the comments and everybody was attacking his kids because they're all biracial, which I'm like, who cares? Like,
listen,
why is that even a thing?
As the biracial member of this panel, of this show, I mean, being biracial is you get attacked from the blacks, you get attacked from the whites, then the Latinos say, don't you come over here trying to claim being one of us. So like, we don't even exist nowhere but in confusion.
Yeah,
so
his kids are beautiful. Leave them alone.
Yeah, I think kids should be off limits anyways.
Yeah.
His kids are gorgeous. And look, his wife is gorgeous. And look, Dame, you are a cultural icon in what you started. I just think the way you start needs to be the way you stop. And somewhere in between, there's a whole lot of mess. And the river thing, I don't know where you buy a river. I didn't know that rivers are for sale. I know Cry Me a River from Justin Timberlake. And I know that sometimes the river runs dry, but I don't know that you could buy a river. Maybe Tyler Perry bought an island. Maybe you can't buy the ocean. Can we buy the Pacific Ocean? I don't know how you do that, but congratulations on buying.
I don't know anybody that has a river.
The river.
So period.
Allegedly.
Besides his claims of owning the river, people called into question Dame's oral situation. First of all, it's nasty, diabolical work to say oral situation in the show with Rob sitting less than 100 feet from you.
Oh, my God.
His oral health has been a topic for nearly a year. You remember last September, Dame's snapping grills flew out his mouth while he was trolling 50 Cent. That incident caused him to go viral, and ultimately he explained what happened. First, I'm going to look away while we play this video, and then I'll come back. Go.
Yeah, I would get with homie if you want to work. We could work. I'm never mad at generals linking up. So, again, I wouldn't even have acknowledged him if I didn't think he was worthy of an opponent. A lot of niggas talk shit. I don't acknowledge him, but 50. Oh, yeah, let's go. I want to see. I want to know how real it is. I want to see your television network. I want to see you direct a movie. I want to see your clothing line. I want to see if you're the real deal. See if I'm the real deal.
Oh, God. Woo. Woo. I'm not laughing at that because that's unfortunate. This is why we filed the $10 million lawsuit, because people needed access to health care and dental plans. For real. No, for real. Right. Did we not help thousands of Americans and then got robbed?
We did.
People's teeth are falling out all over the country because they lost their health care fucking around with our plans. So this clip is less about Dame's teeth falling out You better act like you was running the healthcare organization. This is about people who need access to good dental plans to put that right type of suction or strapping into the gum so that way it doesn't fall out mid-teeth. Okay. Johnny did that. This is Johnny's Instagram right here. Go over there. Because I get blamed from TikTok. Go find Johnny. All right. Do you think that was instant karma with God saying, thou shalt not have teeth for doing that?
Whatever he sipped out of that glass must have melted the adhesive out. But I don't know what it was. I don't know. So now I guess this is...
I feel like everybody was trolling him, but now I feel bad. I cannot even smile anymore because... we have the video of the explanation of why his teeth are like that.
It's
so not
rich.
Funny.
He's so rich.
No, but he talks of. Do you have
Allegedly.
that video? Johnny has the video.
What?
About why his teeth mouth, like why his mouth is like that.
We'll post the video why his mouth is like that.
Obviously, I feel like I need to address the teeth. First of all, sorry about that. First of all, shit is not dentures. These are my grills, right? And what happened was, you know, I have to go get implants put in. So I have implants. And I got them 20 years ago. And every 20 years, you got to switch them out. So I have to do a surgery, pause, oral. And the fucked up shit is, once they do it, and yeah, so I'm gonna show you a look. Okay, there we go. So that's what happened, the fronts. But you know, I thought it was hilarious. I ain't tried to edit it. I think it's good for jokes and shit. But yeah, they're not dentists, and I think it's hilarious. And these shits might pop out again. I mean, I already know they will until I get the operation, and you know, I still gotta talk. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, congrats. Thank you for clearing that up, and hopefully your teeth found a new home. In that. Right.
No, it's sad because he was saying he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on like titanium.
I ended
implants.
that segment.
Oh, got it. You ended it. Okay. There was more to explain, but
don't care.
Got it.
Thank you. All right, Chris Brown is in the news, and he's laughing off the coke claims, and we're not talking about Coca-Cola. Chris Brown is laughing off claims that he uses cocaine to maintain his impressive work ethic. Before I get into all the drama, let me say this. I'm getting tired of the Chris Brown slander. Now, Chris Brown has already gone through his storm. I have watched this boy since 19 go all the way through to where he is now. And I should probably save this for later, but I'm going to just start right now because it's some bullshit. If Chris Brown was on cocaine, I would come here and say he was on cocaine. If Chris Brown was somewhat still a piece of shit, Chris, you knew he was a piece of shit. And he's even admitted to going through his storm. I would be here. But it's so easy now to just throw Chris Brown out there and just put anything on him to make people attack him. And I'm going to tell you what it's doing. It's turning some of his harshest critics, and I've been a critic of Chris over the years, into now his biggest supporters because we're just tired of it. And as a race, I mean, black people, we just tired. We are tired. And guess what? I'll go a step further. As long as we got Donald Trump in office, everybody black get a pass. Well, not Candace Owens. Sorry. No. I know black people are starting to like her, but Candace, you know.
She's about to be broke, though, so.
Anyway, they're trying to say that he's using cocaine to keep up this impressive work ethic. Maybe the thing that's keeping him going is the drive and determination of being counted out, the people not wanting to acknowledge his talent, the people refusing to acknowledge that he's an icon, the people refusing to accept that he's the fucking GOAT, people refusing to give him a stage that he's earned, people are refusing him redemption. Maybe it's just because he has something to prove to himself, because I know he's tired of proving shit to y'all. He's tired of proving shit to the media. He's just tired. And because he's not tired and giving up, because he's still pushing through, that now makes him somewhere going, nah. It'd be half y'all daddies doing that and your mama's doing it. Anyway, a woman on TikTok whose mama or daddy probably doing it too. Well, we don't know, allegedly.
Allegedly.
She shared a video on her page about C Breezy, and she jokingly claimed that the superstar singer must be off that powder because he does so much. Y'all try to say that about me too. Look.
To be honest, Chris Brown is the only nigga that has any business doing coke because he's very fucking productive off that powder. Like, he's the only nigga I know that could make a 30-song album, dances choreography, perform at a concert, do meet and greets, and still have the energy to do whatever the fuck else he can fit into his schedule. Like, you have people that be off that powder, bro, that don't do shit but tweak all day. This nigga does coke. And he's mad fucking productive. I know this sounds crazy, but it's so impressive to look at because I've never seen anybody off coke be that motherfucking productive. Like, no shade.
Of course it was somebody black tearing down somebody black. Of course it was somebody in the dark scared to show their face with a bonnet on. Of course it was somebody that probably should have been at work instead of laying in bed at 2 in the afternoon. Where are your kids at? Do you have any kids? I don't know. What is your lifestyle? What are you doing? Do you scratch your ass and sniff your fingers like the half of America? I don't know. But TikTok and social media is just a reckless playground for people to say whatever and do whatever they want. Now, mind you, Chris was somewhere probably on tour, figuring out his life, making money to take care of his children, tired of you, making him tired of this, and caught this bullet for no reason. What do you all think? Just before we get into because Chris responded, what do you think?
I thought it was a funny complimentary diss because she was saying like he's so good jumping up and down. But I feel like just because you see somebody with high energy, like I'm never done coke in my life. But I feel like people would assume that because I'm always like, like
You all live in Hollywood. I have been in Hollywood for years before moving home and understand that working in Hollywood, this is a normal thing where people do cocaine. But it's not normal. There's no compliment to saying you do cocaine. Oh, he off that Red Bull. Oh, he off that glutathione. Why couldn't they say something? She probably don't even know what glutathione is. Why say cocaine? Because that's the thing that's going to go viral, and that's the thing that's going to make us all go, yep, you know he on that powder, right?
Yeah, that's what she wanted. She obviously wanted this to go viral. It did. Now we're talking about it here. But it's at the expense of someone who's like busting their butt to build their career back. So I just think it's unnecessary.
She did show love to him, though, so.
But I want somebody showing love to me saying, oh, he doing that cocaine. That's how he able to stay up and get all the work done in Hollywood. A lot.
Showing love with underhanded compliments or throwing shade. Like for me, if you put a piece of shit on a steak and lobster plate, it's shit. Okay? And you're going to eat your own shit. And I'm going to force the shit down your throat. Pause. Well, Chris caught wind of the TikToker's video and laughed off her playful claims. She also responded saying how she much loves him. And this is what fans do. They attack you to get your attention. When you give it to them, then they do this cutesy shit. Take a look. This is Chris said, this got to be the craziest compliment diss I've ever heard. Sorry to disappoint, boo. No booger sugar over here. I had to comment because this has to be the funniest shit I've seen all week. I'm just different. And then she went on and said, laughing my ass off, just know I'm really Team Breezy, though. I love you so, man. Any of my fans who do that, don't be my fan. I don't want you. I love the Gag Nation. Let me shout out to the Gag Nation because y'all really be holding me down. Y'all be defending me. When they tried with that Wildin' Out Live, y'all went and ate their asses up. And I want you to continue. I need you to go troll anybody and everybody who's trying to hit on your boy. And shout out to Chris. See, that's why I love this new Chris Brown because old Chris would have snapped, lost it, went off, da-da-da. And I can only imagine how when somebody is so talented as him, when he has a God-given gift, when he's went through the storm, when he literally fought to protect his future by getting out of the mess, to still get attacked in nice, friendly ways. Like, nah, it's not cool. And I'll say the last time I saw Chris, I think me even said on one of the podcasts, he looks healthier than he ever did. He looks happier than he ever did. And I thought Chris was going to be mad at me because, you know, we haven't always had the best history after all the things I've had to report on. But he walked up to me and gave me a hug and it was all love. And we joked about my weight loss and his clothes and this and that. And so like, I know the Chris Brown that I knew back then is back. And I can't wait to have a moment with him. I hope we get you on the show one day, Chris, because I want to become a huge champion of yours and the progress you're on and the stride that you're taking. Shout out to his manager, Ant, who I think I heard allegedly got married to Monica. I don't know if you did. Congratulations. If you didn't, well, when are you going to do it and invite me? But either way, like, I just want to say to everybody over there who's holding Chris up and keeping him moving forward, thank you. Thank you. And Chris, man, keep shaking off the haters and keep it moving. All right, that's it. All right, well. My girl Barty is in the news. Cardi B, she's slamming fatphobia claims because all of you don't like what she said. Cardi's been defending herself all week after critics accused her of being a fatphobic person over jokes she shared with fans. Things began after fans within 20 minutes sold out the 3XL shirts in Cardi's latest merch collection for her upcoming long-awaited sophomore album, Am I the Drama? Yeah, Cardi, you're the drama. Cardi said she reacted along with her fans on X, who made several jokes about all the fatties selling her out. Cardi continued to crack jokes on Instagram Live, and y'all couldn't handle it. Take a look.
Completely sold out, especially because you fat fucks, clearly you guys are fat as fuck. No Chick-fil-A for y'all. All the 3X sold out. Yo, the 3X sold out like in 20 minutes. Now, knowing that my fans is fat, I can't even make fun of fat people no more.
I don't want to laugh because I'm a vice mayor too. Like, people can't separate the entertainment, clearly wilding out. Clearly. But let me say, as Jason Lee, the vice mayor, for those of you who are struggling with your weight and have diabetes or any other thing caused by obesity rates in our country, please seek help. Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, that shit was funny. And I remember being 3 and 4X, right? So like and there may be people who are pregnant who just got the bigger, using it for maternity clothing, right? So like, anybody that knows Cardi knows she's not fat shaming them. She's creating a joke about those plus size people who are buying her merch. She said it in a way where I thought was a little shade towards Chick-fil-A because maybe they want a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. I don't know. Did you guys think it was offensive?
No.
Yeah, I thought it was a harmless joke. I get some people can be offended very easily, so I understand. But yeah, I just thought it was a joke, and I think we're policing humor so heavily now. Like everybody's so sensitive to it that people can't tell jokes. Like I think it was just light fun, but I'm sure I'm gonna get attacked for saying that. But whatever.
I have friends of all sizes, and I asked my 2X, 3X friends. All right, for real, I wanted to know, are you guys offended by this?
Don't look at me. Just tell your story. Go ahead. I don't know who you're talking to.
I'll talk to Rob.
You ain't talking to me.
And they're not offended. Like, it's just funny. They were calling like, they call themselves fat, blah, blah, do fat things. So what? What?
Are you done?
Finished. Yes, don't make it awkward.
Okay, so your plus size friends weren't offended?
Mm-mm.
While some users on social media weren't fazed at all by Cardi's jokes, some critics, especially the full-figured users like plus-size influencer and advocate Samara, who claimed Cardi's comments were insensitive despite being told jokingly. Other critics felt Cardi offended the same people who just spent their money and sold out her collection. Now, ultimately, Cardi B addressed Samara and others and even offered them a cupcake. Look.
Oh my gosh. So I have like a whole bunch of people crying, talking about I'm fatphobic and stuff because, I don't know, on Twitter, it was like a joke between me and my fans on like, damn, you fat motherfuckers, why y'all bought all the 3X that fast? It was an innocent joke between me and my fans. But anyways, it's not that serious. And especially when it comes to me, I make fun of everybody. I don't give a fuck if you're fat, skinny, BBL down, got big feet, got small feet, whatever. As long as you don't stink. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? It's never that serious. Like, don't cry about it. Listen, people make fun of my BBL all the time. If we're gonna be using these phobic words and everything, then I'm gonna do a BBL phobic word. Cause I get fun of more of having a BBL than you probably may get fun of being big. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that serious, girl. Like, it got to the point that like when people would talk shit about my body, I don't even care no more. You wanna know why? Cause I'm content with how I look, and I'm not laying in that table no more. I'm 33 and I'm old as fuck and I got shit to do. I can't take 2 months off no more. I can't take 2 months off no more because I got surgery and like I gotta wear a faja for like 6 months. If I got y'all so upset, here's a cupcake. I'm not gonna apologize though because y'all fucking sensitive and wanna cry about some dumb shit. Every day y'all wanna cry about some fucking dumb shit. Shit, I'm gonna cry every single time I wear a fucking leotard. Cause every time I wear a leotard, y'all want to talk about my hips and my ass. Okay, like it's not that serious, girl. Like it's not that serious. Like don't pay attention to me. Okay, I'm like one of them old school people that just make fun of everything. I make fun of everybody. Shit, I make fun of myself. I make fun of my own motherfucking kids. I make fucking fun of my own mama. I make fun of my own daddy. I make fun of my damn fucking self. Bitch, my man probably can't even stand me. I make fun of him all the time too. So just don't cry, okay? Shit.
Cardi also left a comment under someone's repost of Samara and said, "Girl, people make fun of my BBL every day. I was talking to my fans who was making fun of the same thing. Like, it's not that serious." Well, Samara caught Cardi's comments and saw the video, and she called her fatphobic and inconsiderate. Take a look.
Cardi B, I'm very surprised that I have to remind you of this, but just because someone else makes a joke doesn't mean you have to make it too. You know that, right? And also, maybe the reason why people feel so comfortable making fun of your BBL is because you do not command the respect that you so seek. Maybe if you stop using fat people at the expense of jokes, then people wouldn't do the same for your BBL. No, they shouldn't be making fun of your BBL. But also, no, you shouldn't be making fun of fat people. And neither should they. But if you are going to sit here and still say it's not that serious and offer a cupcake in the camera to anybody who is so upset by it, well, I'm going to offer you a few books that I recommend for you to understand why fat phobia is something so serious and something that should not be taken lightly and something that should not be joked about, especially by someone as powerful as you. You are powerful. You are talented. And I am happy that your 3XL merch sold out. I am happy that you now see that you have fat fans. But if you'd like to keep those fat fans, please consider unlearning fat phobia and standing up for them instead of standing against them.
Cardi clapped back again and went off on Samara, claiming she's not bowing down. Look.
Cardi B, I'm very surprised.
Girl, shut the fuck up. God damn, shut up already. Like, it's not that serious. Not everything is revolutionary. Not everything has to have a crazy outrage. I already did a video. I told you it's not that serious. Like, what do you want me to do? Get on my fucking knees and apologize? I'm not apologizing for a fucking jokey joke. That it wasn't even about you. It was something about me and my fans. Like, that's it. I don't care. I'm not apologizing. I'm not getting on my knees. No, I'm not reading a book. No, I'm not nothing. You see, like, sometimes when people are being genuine, y'all don't like when people are being genuine. Because I genuinely did a video like, hey, it's not that serious. I make fun of everybody. I even make fun of myself. I don't really care if you skinny, if you big, if you that, if you this. I always use anybody as the butt of the joke, like, all the time. Like, it ain't never to hurt nobody. Like, it's like, people make fun of me all the time. I got to the point that I don't even care anymore because it's like, who cares? Love yourself. If you content with yourself, you don't give a fuck what anybody got to say. Like, it's like what? Like, if you're part of my family, bitch, you will be crying. You will be crying. They make fun of everything and everybody. Like, it doesn't matter. And then it's like, when you push, it makes people remember, like, you know what? Eat one. Like, it's like, no, it's not good enough. No, it's not this. You want a fake apology? You want a fake I'm sorry? You want a fake kissing ass? You want a fucking fake gift basket? Girl, like, calm down. Calm your pussy. Now you pissing me the fuck off. And now you're going to make me really say some rude shit for no reason. Or because I did a video. I already explained it. I'm not giving you a fake apology. I'm not getting on fake on my knees. I'm not fake doing nothing. That's the reason why y'all be expecting too much. I'm not your mom. I'm not nothing. I'm not nothing. My fans didn't feel offended. My fans were actually making the jokes with me about themselves. Whatever the fuck you got going on with yourself, how you feel about yourself, girl, don't put that on me.
Well, Samara did what she was supposed to do as an influencer. She spoke out once again, claiming that Cardi missed the point, and now she's taking a mental health break from social media. Look, when I spoke out about Cardi B's fatphobic comments, I did so respectfully with the hope of encouraging her to think about the impact of her words on her plus-size fans. Her choice to respond by telling me to shut the fuck up and to calm my pussy was vulgar, dismissive, and escalated the issue entirely. I am no stranger to fatphobic harassment in my comments and DMs, but Cardi B's direct comments towards me have encouraged a new level. By speaking to me in that way publicly, she once again signaled to millions of people that this kind of language and violence towards fat women is acceptable. I still stand by everything that I said in my video, especially her being talented and powerful. I truly do wish her the best. However, for my own peace, I'll be taking a small step back from posting while I focus on my mental health. But make no mistake, I will never stop advocating for plus-size people to be treated with dignity and respect. Well, first, let me give you a round of applause for that. And then let me say,
bitch, you tried it.
I mean, it seems expansive in your position to now say that all of this created mental health, but when you're on social media, like we all are, and you're a public figure, and you're going back and forth with somebody that has millions of followers like that, you know what's going to come as a result of it, and so you almost set it up to be that. And now making that statement makes you the victim, so it's almost like you gaslit your own situation. I agree, as somebody who used to be fat, I ain't fat no more, but those of you who choose to stay fat or want to be fat and are comfortable being fat, you have the right to be whatever you want. Just like Cardi has the right to have her opinion, you have the right to have your opinion. This is what it's about. Sharing your opinions. Or don't share your opinion if you don't want somebody to share theirs back. And when you're going up against somebody who's going to tell you what they think, because that's what Cardi's built her whole career off, it is what it is. By the way, Samara, you're beautiful as fuck. Just want to put that out there. And shout out to Lizzo, who has been like her label mate, the face of supporting the fat girl movement, and now she's losing weight and looking healthier, but still beautiful now as she was then. I just wish we didn't make fat skinny, colorism, dark light. Like all these issues are distracting us from the fact that the Cheeto in the White House, the Cheeto in charge, is fucking us all over. Fat people, skinny people, black, white, brown. Anyway, didn't want to make it political, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I absolutely do not believe that Cardi B has some unreasonable dislike or prejudice for people who are overweight. Like, I don't believe she has that. She was just making an offhand comment about her fans in a lighthearted way. She does not dislike fat people. And I think by her labeling Cardi B fatphobic is what is driving this like frustration, because now you're like conflating things. And I think that's the problem. And her saying, oh, or her telling me to zip my pussy up is her further confirming that she's attacking that it's okay to attack fat people. That's how Cardi talks. She would have said that about a skinny person, fat person, short person, tall person. It doesn't matter. That's just how she talks when she's on her live. So I don't like her continuing to try and connect it to her being overweight is what I think is what people are going like, you're doing too much.
I just love when people chime into like regular internet things, like even like when Chris Brown was commenting on the girls' post. I love how Cardi just be going in and like correcting and checking people, because fatphobic is not what she is at all. She was showing love to the big girls. She's talking about everyone does make fun of her BBL.
Listen, for those of you who missed the whole point, Cardi recapped the whole controversy one more time and said that it would be her last time talking on it. Take a look.
This will be the last video that I make on this. The fact that I was making a joke between me and my fans was joking on Twitter how they sold out the 3X large shirts. And my fans was like, damn, us Barty getting big. Damn, we can never make big jokes no more because we big, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I made an open form joke with them because it's supposed to be funny. And, you know, this woman, she inserted herself in the joke. You know what I'm saying? She did 5 videos talking about the joke. And people just chimed in and it became a big mess. So I did a video and I said, hey, this was not to hurt your feelings. This was a joke between me and my fans. I always make anybody the butt of the jokes. I make fun of everybody, like everybody. I don't care if you skinny. I don't care if you big. I don't care about nothing. Like it's not that serious. And the video still wasn't good enough. Now you're recommending me. Since the video wasn't good enough for you, you recommended me to go read a fatphobic book. And it's like, baby girl, I'm not going to take 5 or 6 hours of my day to read a book about fat phobia when I could take 5 or 6 hours of my day to watch a documentary and see how the government successfully killed thousands of people just so they could migrate them out their space to gentrify the community they were born in, and educate myself on how can they do this again, because history repeats itself. I'd rather do that. Now, I am not going to give an apology. And you want to know why I'm not going to give an apology? Because I wasn't insulting you. And if I'm giving you an apology, it will be fake and forced. And you wouldn't want somebody to give you something that is forced and is not coming from the heart. I genuinely did my first video to tell you that I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. This was something between my fans that you inserted yourself in. That was genuine. If I say sorry, it's not going to be genuine. It's not going to be real, because I didn't intend to insult you or insult anybody. There has been 300, like, can you believe that there's like 300 videos about this topic when there's so many things going on in this world? There's so many things going on in this country. I can't even believe that I made 3 videos in 1 week about this topic. It's not a big deal. It's really not. And it shouldn't be. Yes, I understand fat phobia. Some people have body dysmorphia. There's a lot of people that have body dysmorphia. When I was a little girl, when I was young, I used to hate that I had a flat ass. And it used to depress me. It used to depress me that I had a flat ass. What are we going to do about it? And then on top of that, in the real world, when somebody insults you, you cannot make them give you an apology. And they're not going to. The real world, when you go outside, when you touch grass. TikTok and stuff, maybe you could force somebody to give you an apology and make you feel better and get on their knees and be like, I apologize. And to your mom, ma'am, I am a mother and I'm sorry that you feel that way about this situation. It shouldn't have gotten this far. Maybe that's why your daughter shouldn't have made 6 videos about it. To the point that people start picking on me. and trying to hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna let nobody hurt my feelings. I don't care. I apologize to you because you're a mom, and I don't want to bring no tears to no mom ever. So I'm apologize to you. Maybe the situation could be solved a different way, but I'm not giving an apology, and I'm not reading a book about fat phobia, bro. I understand. I get it. It's just that I really wish that by today this topic gets laid to rest, because it's ridiculous, and it's gonna be a revolving topic. If making fun of me make y'all feel better, if calling me all type of illiterate, all type of BBLs, all type of my butt, all type of this make y'all feel better, then go ahead, do that. I didn't mean to offend nobody. So if y'all feel like y'all gotta offend me to make yourself feel better, then do that. I didn't mean to hurt nobody's feelings neither. If y'all feel like hurting my feelings was gonna make y'all feel better, then do that. But one thing about it is, there's not gonna keep being a topic. That's just that.
Thank you, Cardi, for making it the last video, because I'm tired of that and I'm tired of this show. I am just tired. Listen, this has been a great show. Thank you to everybody showing up. Thank you, guys. Good to see you. Back to work. And thank you so much for the fans who've been patient with me. I know I haven't delivered a podcast in a while. It's not because I don't want to. I really am building my city. And I have to say to my fans, you guys have been patient with me because I have spent a lot of time back home working in these streets, repairing my community and working with my colleagues. And it has been a distraction. It's a distraction that I've been grateful for, because, I mean, who else but me to go back, help get my colleagues elected, for us all to go back and turn our city around. We've had some fighting. We're going to get it together. I'm committed. They're saying they're committed. And as long as people are committed and want to put the politics aside, I will keep doing the work. I also want to say today is Friday and my birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
And I'm turning a good old 48 years old. And any of you that go on my social media talking about I look old, you a damn lie. Because I will be heading over to the dermatologist right now to get my face done for my birthday.
You don't need anything done to your face. You're beautiful.
That's not what I think when I look in the window. Yes, I'm beautiful, of course, but I mean, there's a tune-up or two to be done on this face. Thank you again to all of you who support me in Hollywood Unlocked. We're going to turn it up. We are building, just so I can give y'all a heads up, the Jason Lee Show has 2 more episodes on the Zeus Network, and then we're done with the season. But while we're done with that, we're building a whole new podcast that I'm excited to tell you about. I'm also building out more of my brand to educate and empower people all over the world to get to where I am with using their influence. And Rob and I just had a call this morning with another country, and we didn't talk to a business, we didn't talk to a brand, we talked to a whole ass country about what we want to do in building Hollywood Unlocked and extending it around the world. And so although we're doing something in China right now, and now we're looking at another country, I just want to say thank you to all of you who have been on this journey with us. We're going to turn it up. We're going to keep delivering you more shows here. The Jason Lee Podcast, The Jason Lee Show, this other podcast we're working on, what I'm creating in Stockton. I'm just happy. So the promo clip for the Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards is out, and I want to run that right now. Can I do that?
Of course.
Take a look.
Everyone here tonight deserves to be seen, heard, and celebrated.
All these beautiful black people, yes.
We are a communal people. Community is in our blood.
And we need that now more than ever. We all do.
We all have a role to play. And I know it's not easy.
I am humbled by everybody who showed up tonight. This is what it's about. It's about honoring each other.
Loudly, proudly, and unapologetically. Amen to that. Exactly.
There is a calling upon each and every one of your lives to serve in whatever way you can serve.
Every step I take is for the little black girls who are told to shrink. It's for the queer babies who thought they had to hide to be loved.
I know what I did in the music industry will last forever.
Resilience, light, hope. That inner voice that tells you to keep going even when you're not sure what's on the other side.
Jason, boy, you done showed your ass tonight.
Make sure you're rooted in something, and his name is Jesus Christ. God bless you.
We were underestimated from the very beginning, like many of you in the room.
When you bet against the people, you lose. You gotta be unapologetic defenders of black life, black liberty, and black humanity.
Yeah, we did that, didn't we?
Did that. It was so they pulled that trailer together so beautifully.
They did. Without our approval. But Lemmy, you did that. I have to give a shout out to the Zeus Network. Lemuel Plummer, Jason Tolbert, Jonisha, LJ, all of the staff over there. I have to say, Zeus Network, I'm not just saying this because you're our partner and we love you and we appreciate you and all your payments hit on time. This is literally not a paid comment. You all are the epitome of partnership. The way you communicate with us, the way you respond to us, the way you deliver, the way you show up on time, the way you consider the fact that me and you are able to produce that whole show with not one note, one phone call. They trust us. It is hard to find people like that. The other thing that makes Zeus better than, and I'm not saying that they're the best network or better than, I don't want to create any conflict because we are talking to other networks for other projects. But what makes them at least the best network that I've worked with so far is the creative freedom, the creative control, the continued support and encouragement to do more. Lemmy just called me yesterday to see if I want to do something else. It's like, and the fact that we all Black working together, like I take my hat off to them and they greenlight or don't greenlight something like this. They don't spend a lot of time, networks, it takes a lot of time to greenlight projects, lots of bureaucracy. Zeus gets straight to it. And that's the type of way I want to do business because I'm trying to do stuff all over the world. I ain't got time to take 6, 7, 8 months to do nothing. It's time for Thoughts and Prayers. Who needs enemies when you have exes like David Justice calling you out nearly 30 years after divorcing? Halle Berry is somewhere taking care of her kids and booed up with her current man, while her hubby talks about her online once seeming unmotherly and unwifely. People can't grow and mature? Well, clearly David hasn't. Maybe he should take some pointers from Sha'Carri. Besides, both being athletes and caught up in domestic drama, Sha'Carri didn't talk down on her boyfriend as she took accountability for her wrongdoing. Growth and maturity. And speaking of maturity, Dame is out here sounding real immature because what do you mean your new artist is the white lesbian version of the great, iconic Aaliyah? There will never be, ever be another she is singing 1 in a Million in heaven. And you all need to let baby girl just rest in peace. Damn, you can't just replace Aaliyah like you did with your teeth. And while it seems like Dame's been smoking something strong with his claims, Chris Brown is on the other side of the internet denying coke rumors. Leave Chris alone. Look, the man said he ain't out here on that booger sugar and he's just different and full of energy naturally. Let the man live. And the same goes with Cardi B. The internet has just become quite sensitive lately. Yes, she's made a fat joke, but she clarified her comments in several posts. For y'all to keep mentioning it, now it's just overkill. Being a celebrity these days is so hard. That's it. That's it for this show. That's it for this episode. That's it, y'all. Bye.
The Jason Lee Podcast.